Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this tutorial, we are going to understand the new feature introduced in Android 11, that is permission dialog visibility. Previously, we have already seen the two features from Android 11, that is one-time permissions and permission auto reset from the unused apps. If you have not seen those tutorials, please go ahead and watch. I will provide the link into the description. This tutorial is mainly targeted to learn permission dialog visibility change in Android 11. So let's get started. Before Android 11, we had two options to deny the runtime permissions. The first one was the deny option on the system runtime permission dialog, and the other one was the deny and don't ask again. So these were the two options provided into system's runtime permission dialog. Even if user clicks on the first option multiple times, that is, even if user clicks on deny option multiple times, the system was asking again and again for the permission. This was annoying to users and they have to explicitly select the second option in order to get rid of the annoying permission pop-up which they don't want to allow. So from users privacy perspective, this isn't good, as even if user is not willing to give you the consent for the specific permission, by clicking on deny option multiple times, the system is showing the dialog and users have to explicitly select the other option to get rid of it, right? So now we understand the context of the problem, right? So now let's go ahead and understand what has changed in Android 11 as far as this permission denial is considered. So let's go ahead and understand this. Android 11 discourages request for permissions that user have chosen to deny. Okay, if the user repeatedly taps deny for a specific permission during our application's lifetime on a device, that action that action implies don't ask again. In such cases, the system will not prompt for the permission dialog and the user has to explicitly go to the settings and allow this permission. Okay, this means that application that frequently asks for permission that users do not accept will be defaulted to not being able to ask for those permission again, which is a huge win for the user's privacy. So we now know what has changed, right? If user denies the specific permission multiple times, then the users will not be able to see the permission dialog again. Okay, so let's go ahead and see this into our Android 11 emulator, wherein I'm already into the Google Maps application. Now let's ask for the location permission by clicking on the user's current location option, and let's and let's tap on deny multiple times. Okay, so this was the first time I tapped deny. Let's open this again and tap on deny. Now, uh, on second time denial, system is telling me that this app permission is denied, and if I again ask for the same permission by clicking on this location option, I'm not able to get that permission dialog. In such cases, now we don't we, we, we don't have that system dialog. So what if user wants to see that, use that feature? In order to do that, they will have to allow that permission, and to do that, user has to manually go into the app specific permission settings and they will have to allow the denied permission to use it. Okay, now let's go ahead and understand what has changed in the permission dialog itself in the Android 11. In Android 10, we had two options, deny, and the other one was deny and don't ask again option in the system permission dialog. In Android 11, we will have only one option, that is deny. And if you can compare both the UI parallelly, you can clearly see the difference between the two. The left hand side is the Android 10 screenshot and the other right hand side is the Android 11 screenshot, wherein you clearly see in the Android 10 we had the two options, and in Android 11 they are combined into the one option, that is deny. Okay, the one important point here is, if we are following the permission best practices, then we don't have to worry about this change, and those best practices will take care of this, right? So even if your app is running on Android 10 or 11, and if you are following the system permission based practices, then you don't have to worry about this permission dialog visibility feature in Android 11. Okay, there are few exceptions to this permission dialog visibility. Okay, the first one is if the user press the back button to dismiss the permission dialog, then this will not count as a deny action. If request permission method is used to take the user to the system settings screen, wherein if user presses the back button, then that will be counted as a denial action. So for example, in while using the runtime permission, we generally take users to the system settings. Okay, and from that system setting, instead of allowing the permission, if user press the back button, then that will be counted as the denial. Okay, so these are the two important points that you should keep into the mind. Also, I have created one diagram to understand this permission dialog visibility change. So let's go there and understand that visually. If our app requests permission and user presses back button, okay, to dismiss to dismiss the permission dialog, then that will not be considered as a denial and only dialog will be dismissed. So that was the one use case. If user denies permission or user presses the back button if after use of request permission, in both the cases there are two possibilities. Okay, if user denied permission before, if yes, then that permission is marked as don't ask again. If user has not denied this permission previously, then that will be a first time denial of the permission. Okay, so I'm hoping that this diagram is clear and you guys will be able to understand all the areas of permission dialog visibility by looking at this diagram. Okay, and with this we are at the end of this tutorial. See you guys in the next tutorial, wherein we will understand the one-time location access feature introduced in Android 11. Till the time, if you have any questions, suggestion, please post them into the comments. I will answer them at earliest. And if you have learned something new, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.